now time for your closing statements, gentlemen. Quite simply put, J. Gatsby is not great. Calm your butts. Calm your butts. Just wait. I'll do my best to explain why. When I look at the novel's title, the Great Gatsby, all I see is irony. Gatsby is a martyr. Near the end of the novel, readers can see that he is not the one George Wilson should be after. And yet, Gatsby is willing to sacrifice his own life to protect the woman he quite literally worships. Gatsby is not great. Gatsby's a fool. Beyond turning down Nick Carraway's pleas to skip town for a while, which could have literally saved his life altogether, Gatsby was also foolish enough to keep believing in a lost cause that was long gone. It is ultimately proven by the end of the novel that Daisy is nothing more than fool's gold. So, all of yous, riddle me this. If Daisy is fool's gold, then what does that make Gatsby? Now I will concede that Mr. F. Scott Fitzgerald agrees with Nick Carraway in his idea of greatness. For these men, greatness is the audacious effort, the ceaseless pursuit. For these men, the greatness of Gatsby is the fact that Gatsby continued to chase and fight for the unattainable all the way to his untimely, but also predicted, death. Gatsby's perseverance is what makes him so admirable to these people on the other side. But that perseverance is also what makes him a fool. That perseverance became ignorance. And by the end of his life, he had carelessly walked into a trap set up effortlessly by the rich. There were so many warning signs, and yet Gatsby chose to ignore all in his chase for Daisy. Truth be told, heart to heart, Gatsby could have been great. He could have been great if he hadn't wasted all of his potential in his quest to reclaim Daisy. But alas, that is precisely what he did. Your Honor, J. Gatsby is not great. J. Gatsby is a sadly mistaken fool. It is now time for the defense. That statement, Your Honor, could not have possibly been more misleading. The novel's title implies, quite literally, that Gatsby is great. In fact, he is nothing short of a hero. But where does this greatness lie? It lies in his unwavering effort. That is his greatness. Gatsby's perseverance does not make him a fool. It makes him a dreamer. You know, Your Honor, that saying about how dreams don't work unless you do? Well, for many of us, dreaming is ideal, but only a few of us will actually have the grit and determination and the tenacity to chase after these dreams. Fitzgerald agrees with Nick in this idea of greatness. Both men admire Gatsby for what he stands for, if not for what he is like as a person. Beyond his wealth, Gatsby's courage is admirable. Name any other man willing to stand up to his lover's husband like that, like he was ready for a fight. And, this may sound odd, Your Honor, but I think you'll understand what I mean. Besides his money, what makes Gatsby such an attractive and alluring character is his pace. Not the walking kind of pace, no. It's the pace of his planning, his meticulous formulating. Gatsby never rushes into anything because he's wiser than that. He takes his precious time with his plans. We learn about Gatsby in these little bits and pieces, and these pieces, over the course of the novel, come together to ultimately make his persona complete. Gatsby's pacing, and of course Fitzgerald's pacing, is what maintains the mystery and aura of the character. And what makes Gatsby so consummate yet divided is his optimism. And I'm willing to concede that my friend on the other side was justified to call Gatsby foolish. One would like to think that Gatsby was a smart, wise, calculated man. But truth be told, he was a fool in love. He was foolish enough to think that love could save him, that love could save Daisy, that love would make everything work out in the end. What makes Gatsby divided is his passion for grasping onto this love. Something the man was ultimately willing to die for. Love makes us blind, Your Honor, and for that reason I will still maintain that Gatsby was a great man. That blinding was an unintentional consequence, the only detriment to his greatness. And besides that blinding, his commitment was admirable and courageous, and his beliefs were justified. Gatsby's curse was that in the end, he was just a pawn in a game of chess leisurely played by the rich. And don't get me wrong, the stakes were very real, but only real for him, never for the rest of them. Gatsby was a great man, Your Honor, taken away from society far too soon. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're done for today.